challenging presidential authority.
We were never again going to debate whether a child born on U.S. soil is in fact an American citizen.
On whether lower courts can block executive orders regarding birthright citizenship. AI's impact continues to grow.
So now I think that this will be well established
in the legal and criminal justice process. And hailed a hero.
And then my dad always told me to protect my little sister, so I just jumped on her.
How a big brother saved the life of his little sister. These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Good morning, South Florida. Thanks for joining us. I'm Nicolette Esper. I'm Paula Sirignano. Today is Friday, May 16th, 2025.
Live from the Lee Caplin School of Journalism and Media in North Miami, this is Caplin News.
The highest court in the land is taking on the issue of birthright citizenship. The Supreme Court heard arguments about President Trump's birthright citizenship issue regarding the 14th Amendment. As CNN's Laura Aguirre reports, the majority conservative Supreme Court seems weary of the executive order.
The Trump administration wants the Supreme Court to determine if lower court judges have the authority to interfere with or ban presidential executive orders, pushing back against 3 such lower court rulings that have stalled President Trump's attempt to end birthright citizenship in the U.S.
The original meaning of the Citizenship Clause extended citizenship to the children of former slaves, not to people who are unlawfully or temporarily present in the United States.
We said after the Civil War we were never again going to debate whether a child born on U.S. soil is in fact an American citizen.
The administration frames its argument as a modest effort to limit the ability of lower courts to issue universal injunctions. But critics say a ruling in the administration's favor in this case could allow it to, in essence, overturn the 14th Amendment.
If we take that away, then we have babies born in this country with no attachment to any country.
Some of the key points being engaged by both liberal and conservative justices today, allowing Trump's executive order to stand, could lead to requiring individuals to file their own lawsuits to protect their citizenship rights, and the possibility that birthright citizenship would only be upheld on a state-by-state basis.
Let's just say Colorado brings a case like the one we did here, but let's say Idaho doesn't. What happens if you're born in Idaho? You don't get the benefit of the ruling. You're not a citizen, but what if you move to Colorado? Do you become one?
We're standing up not only from a moral place, but also because we believe in the rule of law and what it has been in this context for over 150 years.
I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
Artificial intelligence is entering America's courtrooms, but how much AI is too much? A judge allows an AI-generated victim impact statement during the sentencing of a manslaughter case. KNXV's Brian Abel has more.
You know, it's just all about God and all about people. So, as you can see from my video, I recorded in 2021. This here is a true representation of who I was.
This is an AI-generated video of Chris Pelkey, who was killed during a 2021 road rage incident. It was played at the sentencing of the man who was found guilty of manslaughter in his death.
The man who shot me. It is a shame we encountered each other that day in those circumstances.
But the use of the technology brings up significant judicial questions, including whether it should be used to sway a judge's sentencing decision.
when people see something and they hear it. Even if they know that it's generated, it's not what actually occurred, it has then changed their thought process in a way.
Prosecutors in the case asked for 9.5 years for the manslaughter charge. The judge gave 10.5 years. Roughly a month prior,
shut that off.
A plaintiff in a different hearing submitted an AI-generated video for his case in a New York court.
May it please the court. I come here today a humble pro se before a panel of 5 distinguished justices.
Is this, hold on, is that counsel for the case?
I generated that.
The court shutting down the effort.
I don't appreciate being misled.
But Duke Law professor Paul Grimm says this is just the beginning.
Maybe now we've got an ankle in the water as well as a toe. 5 years from now, I think that this will be well established in certain parameters.
2 people dead here in Florida from a double homicide. One victim, an innocent man riding his bike home from work. Deputies in Lakeland say a botched drug deal involving teens may be to blame. Reporter Annette Gutierrez from WFTS brings us the story.
I'm shocked, like totally.
2 people died in a double homicide in Lakeland, and Timothy Frazier says one of them was his cousin, a 38-year-old man just returning home from work on his electric bike. He says he couldn't believe it was him, so he came to get some closure.
I wanted to see his body. That's all I wanted to see, his face. I just wanted to make sure, you know. I mean, I heard everybody say his name, but I just wanted to make sure it was his face.
Polk County Sheriff Grady Judge says around 1:30 Monday afternoon, deputies responded to a car crash in the Secret Cove neighborhood. The Mercedes sent a crash report to the sheriff's office. But when deputies responded, they found the driver, a young man, had been shot and killed, and there was a body found underneath the car.
A young man lost his life there in a potential drug deal, and another gentleman just riding his bike, minding his own business, lost his life.
Sheriff Grady Judge says he believes it was a drug deal that went bad, and the man on the electric bike was an innocent bystander.
Now, for those of you who want to think that marijuana is low level and nonviolent, you're just absolutely, totally out of your mind. We suspected the early stages. Our man with these tattoos came there to sell marijuana.
There was apparently a lot of weed in the car with bundles of cash.
Drugs. That's all that's going on right now. Everybody's dying because of drugs. He went to work. He don't deal with drugs.
Frazier says his cousin left behind a family with kids.
Loving, caring, working, all about himself and the kids.
The sheriff says the people involved appear to be teens.
And they're all young. Some of them are just appears to be kids, just kids. But kids with guns are dangerous.
That was Annette Gutierrez reporting. More news here in Florida. Toxic seaweed is alarming researchers at USF. This year, the Sargassum bloom has overgrown, stretching across 5,500 miles of ocean. The bloom is beneficial for marine ecosystems, but once big amounts reach the coast, Sargassum can be harmful. According to experts, the overgrowth is driven by nitrogen excess in the water from agriculture fertilizer runoff, which then spills into the Atlantic.
Florida has become the second state to ban fluoride in public drinking water. This comes after Governor Ron DeSantis signed the Florida Farm Bill Thursday. DeSantis arguing that putting fluoride into the water supply is likely forcing medication on people. The legislation bans the use of any additive in a public water system that doesn't meet the new definition of water quality.
Costco is jumping into the buy now, pay later trend. The wholesale giant is partnering with payment platform Affirm to offer installment plans for shoppers. Members can use it to split payments on purchases ranging from $500 to $17,000. The plans include multiple monthly options, depending on the length and total amount. But this option is only available online, not in physical stores.
Well, Paul, that'll definitely cause more lines at Costco, for sure. But stay tuned, because we have the strange reason why Indianapolis Colts owe Tyreek Hill an apology.
And that's still ahead, and so is the story.
You gotta work hard and always protect people.
A 10-year-old saved his sister's life after a tragic accident. Don't go anywhere. Newsbreak will be back in 2 minutes.
The black truck. Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzz and overshared again?
Yeah.
I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
To reach out to a friend about their mental health. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Bill is a family man. He invests his money wisely and provides a good life for his children. Just one problem. He often opens emails from senders he doesn't know, and his computer is not password protected. One day, Bill checked his bank account and 94% of malware attacks originate from emails. Don't be like Bill. Take your cybersecurity seriously.
Quick thinking by a young boar that spared his family from tragedy. 10-year-old Andre Howard was hailed a hero when he took action to save his little sister from a falling medical jet.
That jet crashed in Northeast Philadelphia. WPVI's Christina Alito has the touching story of this brother turned hero.
I just saw a big fire, and then my dad always told me to protect my little sister, so I just jumped on her.
Did you go to the left? You go to the right?
I went to the left.
And then did you feel anything like hit you or hit your body?
It felt like I had a throat and I had a bad headache.
For the first time, we hear exclusively from 10-year-old Andre Howard. He was in the car with his father, younger brother, and sister when a medical jet fell from the sky, killing 6 on board and 2 on the ground at Caplin and Roosevelt Boulevard. Andre shielded his sister from the plane's debris.
The 2 large pieces went right here. They told me if Andre didn't lay his head, that spear would have went right through my baby girl.
Andre spent more than a month at Children's Hospital of Philadelphia undergoing surgeries and tests.
They told us he's going to be paraplegic because he didn't have no feeling. They would touch him, like do the sensation. He could not feel it. So as time went on, he like slowly started doing this.
With the left hand?
Started moving his fingers, some moving his toes.
Eagles wide receiver A.J. Brown even visited him in the hospital before he was discharged, giving him a boost of motivation.
Now, did you ever think that you would be able to recover the way that you have?
I think this is new me.
This is a new you? How so?
Because I got better at my games and basketball.
Part of his physical therapy in the hospital including relearning how to walk. Now he's relearning fine motor skills on his left side, like brushing his teeth to tying a shoe.
Wow, against all odds.
I was trying to complete like a mission to work out and stuff. I had to learn how to eat again.
What is the message that you would like other people to know about how you have survived?
You gotta work hard and always protect people.
That was Christina Alito reporting. Now turning to sports, the NFL schedule has been released, and the Indianapolis Colts had to make a public apology for unsportsmanlike conduct towards Miami Dolphins player Tyreek Hill. It all started when the Colts released an animated Minecraft-inspired video to unveil their upcoming NFL schedule. In the video, a swimming dolphin wearing Hill's jersey was approached by a Coast Guard boat with a police officer on board. The video references an incident last year when the wide receiver was stopped by police as he was headed to Miami's first game of the season. You're watching Newsbreak, and we're coming right back.
Radcliffe Art and Design Incubator is the velocity accompanying the fellow's rudder, as in a boat. Unless there is movement or action, the planned direction is of little consequence. We encourage the creative ideas into action, and from the experience of doing, we critically assess the feedback, adjust, and set out to rediscover the potentialities of an entrepreneurial mindset.
Stan,
precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house into outer space. Dare to program something internet-breaking, record-breaking. Dare to blow their minds. Dare to learn the difference between sedimentary and metamorphic rock. Go find those rocks. Dare to keep daring. Dare to STEM. Check out She Can STEM to get started.
That's all the time we have for Newsbreak. I'm Paula Siniñano.
And I'm Nicolette Esper. Get more news anytime at caplinews.fiu.edu.